I'm Mike from St. Thomas Economic Development here in downtown St. Thomas with another little update. So we're in downtown St. Thomas, but there is a lot of action going on the site. We've got Graydon out there right now, or in the past or in the future. We're not sure when he gets this work done. But anyway, he's there. He's got some footage for you. We want to show you that we've got the pedestrian bridge going in underneath the rail over road bridge, sort of on the south part of the site. We've got curb going in on many of the roundabouts in the Yes 1 project, so the first road network that's going through the site. And on the PowerCo parcel, the grading is completely done. So that work is done and ready for that project to take the next step. Also, if you've driven on Highbury, you'll know, and if you haven't, please be aware. Traffic has switched now from the west side to the east side of Highbury. So that does change some access to some places along Highbury that you would access off of the west side. So take that into account when you're planning to get somewhere there. But we're here in downtown St. Thomas to talk about some events coming up in September, which is very exciting. If you watched last week, you heard about the United Way Harvest Lunch going on September 18th. Tickets still available for that, but selling very fast from what I understand. And then later that week on Saturday, September 21st, we've got Oktoberfest, the second annual St. Thomas Oktoberfest, arguably the second best in Canada, going on Saturday right here at the site of the former Sutherland Press in downtown St. Thomas at the intersection of Moore Street and Talbot. And then, of course, on September 26th, Thursday, September 26th, we've got Bridges to Better Business, which is the Small Business Enterprise Center's capstone event where we give out all sorts of small business awards to deserving entrepreneurs. We have a local food showcase. And this year, we've got Stephen Page from the Bare Naked Ladies who will be giving a musical performance. So there's still a few tickets left for Bridges, but if you want them, you got to buy them fast. Now, I was going to give you a big description of what Oktoberfest was going to look like this year, but I'm looking past the camera at Graydon, who is the chair of the Downtown Development Board. And Graydon, I feel like you should explain this to the good people.
Oh, hi guys. It's not often that I'm actually in front of the camera. Usually I'm the guy behind it. But for this one special event every year on the Beehive, I'm going to go in front of the camera and we're going to talk about a very special event, Oktoberfest in downtown St. Thomas. Now, many of you were at the first event and you knew that it was cold and chilly, but we huddled together under the tent and we listened to amazing German music and we drank some beer and we had some schnitzel and some sausages, and it was just a fantastic event. This year, we have partnered with EDC to bring you an even bigger and better event, along with a lot of other amazing partners. One of our signature partners is Amico. Now, you may recognize their logos from the site at PowerCo, where they're working away to do all the incredible things that are involved in grading that place and getting it ready to hand over to PowerCo for the next phases to begin. So, thank you, Amico. Thank you, Dancor, as well, for your involvement, as well as all the other sponsors. We'll put a page up and we'll say thank you to everybody that's involved, because without the community, we couldn't do what we do for the community. So, Oktoberfest, what's happening? You're wondering. You're like, what's going on? What are we doing? Well, we're not doing it in October. We're doing it in September 21st. To be exact. And we're having a Goosechase app with over $3,000 in prizes for our community. So, tie into Railway City Tourism, because they're doing an amazing job of putting all of those different challenges together, which will tie in all the businesses in our downtown that want to participate so that you can go and see all the incredible things we have to offer in our downtown. Because let me tell you, our downtown is absolutely amazing. Back to the festival. All this is combined with food vendors and games for the kids. Ignite Youth Center is bringing amazing games. It's all free. Everything's free. Did I mention it was free? It's free. And that was sponsored by the Kinsmen. So thank you to the Kinsmen for that. We have, vendors, so many vendors. Downtown merchants are coming down as well. They're putting booths in the downtown core. So you'll be able to see all the incredible wares that they have for anybody who is able to make the time to be there for our event. Anyway, there's so much more. Go to the page. It's an event page on the Downtown Development Board's Facebook page. It's also a website. Check out all the details. There's so much there. We're so excited. I couldn't be more excited than I am right now. So let me tell you, I'm going to be there. I hope you're there. I'll see you there. And one more thing, not only will the mayor of Salzgitter, Germany be here, our own mayor, Joe Preston, will also be in attendance. Don't miss it.
Okay, we're now at 21 Canes at the site of the Tiny Hope project, and I'm joined by Lindsay Rice. Lindsay, say hi.
Hi, good morning.
Thanks for joining us. So we understand you've got a bit of a special event coming up here at the Tiny Hope project, but first I just wondered if you could give us kind of an overview of what the Tiny Hope project is.
Absolutely. Project Tiny Hope is a community collaborative involving YWCA St. Thomas Elgin, Sanctuary Homes, and Doug Terry Homes. And we are building 40 tiny houses here in downtown St. Thomas, all affordable housing for a variety of walks of life to build life stabilization and pathways to goal setting. We're really excited about this housing project.
That's a great project, obviously a great cause. I understand that later in September, there's sort of a special event coming up here, a bit of a blitz. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, this has been Doug Terry's vision for a couple of years now, and we're so excited to see it come to fruition. September 24, 25, 26, the Doug Terry team will be leading a blitz build, executing 8 tiny houses of construction. They have a number of home builders joining them who are going to be volunteering their time, along with different tradespeople and laborers who will be working from about 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. And we're going to see the rise of 8 tiny houses. We're really excited.
That's amazing. That does sound like a blitz. It's a lot of construction happen all at once. And great to see participation from so many local home builders. We'll put those home builders up on the screen so you can see who they are. Now we're sort of in the middle of a construction site here, both the Project Tiny Hope site as well as Kane Street being under construction. So people can't come and spectate during this blitz. But if people want to follow along with the construction through that blitz, how can they kind of keep an eye on the action?
Absolutely. All of our socials, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, are going to be updated regularly throughout the 3 days with video content, photos, to really show those 8 houses going up and to be recognizing all the amazing workers who are coming to make this happen. I understand there's anywhere from between 50 to 150 different people who will be on this property during those 3 days, making the 8 homes come to life. And they're going to be from just their base of concrete foundation all the way to full construction with kitchen cabinets done, walls painted, flooring in, windows in, roofs on. So it's just really incredible. I'm really keen to see it and to witness it myself.
That's going to be amazing. Now, just sort of to close out, if someone sees this project and is interested in supporting it, what's the best way that they can do that?
They can reach out to us at the YWCA St. Thomas Elgin. We're right downtown at 16 Mary Street West. Check out our website. We take online donations along with checks. We love coming and meeting with people. If you have a group, we'd love to do a presentation for you to talk about the dire need for affordable housing and the impact that Project Tiny Hope is going to have in the community. So please reach out to us at the YWCA as we continue to fundraise. And I just have to say we are so grateful for the support of Doug Terry Homes and all of the community businesses and service clubs and foundations who have already contributed to Project Tiny Hope. It means so much to the YWCA to see a community that cares so much about those who are vulnerable and in need of affordable housing, whether they are single people, seniors, young people, families, adults with children. It's all different walks of life that are really in need of affordable housing, and we're so grateful to see our community coming together.
Great. Well, Lindsay, thanks for the information. Thanks for telling us about this blitz. We'll have to stay tuned to that. And I look forward to seeing all the work that goes on.
Thanks so much, Mike.
Like and subscribe on YouTube and stay tuned for another little update coming soon.